punt downfield will be taken in by Christian Cullen. Cullen looks to open it up early. Got it across to So'oialo, who was well taken. Coming though on the Hurricane side rather slowly. But there it is now. And Umaga is going to make a burst early on. And he gets to within 5 metres of the halfway line, carried on by Tuirangi. And the Hurricanes have it at halfway. And Jason Spice delivers across for Alatini. Collins goes backing into the defence. And the Hurricanes getting an early feel of possession here as Flutie turns it back inside to Penn. And again, it's to the halfway line. Flutie's not afraid to run. Just holding possession. A little bit disorganised here now, Nonu. And you expect the Crusaders' defence to be huge, and it is so far.
8 phases, Hurricanes.
Charged. Scramble for the ball, and Flutie is able to tidy up. They've gone backwards at the rate of knots here, the Hurricanes. And it's going to be Umaga to make the clearance. Quickly thrown. So now the Crusaders with McDonald. Wide to Vunambaka. Puts his boot to it and then the chase is on. But getting across easily. And in fact he wasn't required finally. Was Jason Spice. But what a start to the game.
Well, very interesting. Hurricanes obviously intent on retaining, keeping hold of possession. They did so effectively, 8-9 phases. And then they kicked it badly and it was charged down. And look where the territory is. So in other words, Crusaders deep inside Hurricanes territory, and they haven't hardly touched the ball.
Well, there was an option there for the Hurricanes. They could have had the 22 dropout, but they've opted for the scrum because the kick went dead.
So Paddy O'Brien getting attention.
Our man on the sideline tonight is John Preston. As we see Paddy O'Brien just getting the microphone organised. John, great night for it.
Frantic start by the Crusaders in particular tonight. And as by the Hurricanes perhaps a little bit untidy, a little bit disorganised as starters. I think it was Peter Alatini that took the ball a couple of times as first receiver under a bit of pressure.
Well, this is the area that I think that the Hurricanes are going to be really tested. It's in the front row. Tony Penn, Tama Tuirangi. He's been out of this level of play for a good couple of years. Tuirangi.
Jade! You had your chance, Tuna.
Well, first scrum points to the Crusaders.
Taken quickly by Marshall. Slipped the pass to Robertson. Now here's Greg Feek, but he's pushed a couple of his own players. And that's accidentally offside.
Well, of course, the Crusaders have an all-black front row. Feek, Hammett and Hewitt. In fact, a very, very impressive forward pack when you add Chris Jack, Brad Thorne, and then McCaw, Robertson and Thorne. Reuben Thorne, that is. It's a very impressive Crusaders lineup. So, yes, Hurricanes battling here, battling to get it steady. As you can see, being dragged around probably by the Crusaders. The ball didn't go in. And they had their chances, Paddy O'Brien said. So Tony Penn, that's Tony Penn with the long hair on the near side. Loose head.
Quickly fed this time. So'oialo drops the pass over the top, but it's untidy. McCaw, well, Flutie did well to get away from him. Although now he's going backwards.
Flat out. Well, 2 Hurricane scrums and turnover of possession twice to the Crusaders. An ominous sign so early in the game. And what an attacking position for the first set play. The Crusaders, look at that. You can see their backs lined out to the left and right. So they'll split the defence. What will they do?
Okay, challenge on you now, Hurricanes.
It'll revolve around Marshall, I'm sure. In fact, I'd say they're going off to the left. Let's see. Wrong.
Well, pressure on the Crusaders scrum this time. And here come the Hurricanes trying to run it out. Charge down again. Referee was playing advantage, but he's coming back now.
Well, sometimes from those turnovers at scrum time, it's an opportunity to attack ball in hand, because of course the Crusaders backs would have been deep expecting the ball, so it would have given the Hurricanes backs just a bit more room. So that's where the ball was won. Well, battling again, that's number 3 scrum.
So Ayalo slips the pass to Spice. Cullen tips it on. And it's well away from Neil Brew out on the right wing side. And the Hurricanes, well, try to do some pretty flash stuff inside their own 22.
Well, Christian Cullen, I bet he's wanting to perform. It's a huge Canterbury scrum again. Look at that. Major heat.
Mark Hammett throws to Brad Thorne. Now it's with the Marshall. Away for Carter. Gets it wide out as far as Robertson. Carter sends it off to Marshall. Carter gets it back. Ball lost forward. And it was knocked on, in fact, by Brad Thorne, who was charging in and just couldn't hold the pass.
Well, great to see this man back in rugby. He went back across to Queensland for a while. Now he's back where he comes from.
No ball yet. No. 10 seconds.
Series of scrums here inside the Hurricanes 22, where most of the game has been played so far. 6 minutes gone.
Yeah, so Hurricanes will be pretty keen to get out of Crusader territory, or out of their defensive quarter.
Get your binding up. Bring it again.
So remember, this is number 4
I want you to bind when you hit, please.
scrum to the Hurricanes. The first 3 have been major pressure from Canterbury. I'm sure they'll apply it again.
Hold it.
Good example here tonight of top-class props that Taranaki produces. You've got Tony Penn and Tamatui Rarangi, and you've got Greg Feek, of course, formerly of Taranaki. So 3 of the 4 props from the Taranaki area is Daniel Carter, who's been preferred tonight to Andrew Mehrtens. And he threw the pass that Brad Thorne couldn't hold.
And going back to the scrum, though, Joe Ward is the hooker for Wellington. So really rather inexperienced, the Hurricanes in the front row at this level particularly. Penn and Tuarangi have played just over 30 provincial games for their province. And that's those 2 there on the left and right. So I'd say that it's going to be a long 80 minutes with Joe Ward in the centre.
Just had the arm bandaged up around about the elbow area.
That's a better scrum.
So Ayalo decides to bring it out the other way this time. Nonu is Flutie, carried on by Kupu Vanisi in the number 7 jersey. Spice for Collins, and he gets outside the 22. Now Spice will hand it off to Flutie, and he'll look to gain a little bit of ground here, Ricky Flutie, and he drives it away down towards the 10-metre line, and that relieves some of the pressure for the Hurricanes.
So Crusaders with a chance from set play, line out with big Chris Jack. They've had one already. Brad Thorne it was at the front. I'm sure they'll play Jack this time. Right in the middle of the line out, he stands tall. Rugby Player of the Year last year. No, Thorne it is again, and the drive. So there goes the ball to the back. Plenty of safety there. The ball is safe and sound, the drive. Pretty good defence from the Hurricanes.
Big defence by Jerry Collins, and they've turned him over. That was tremendous effort. Here's Nonu. He's a big, powerful left winger. He's the man wearing the 11 jersey tonight. He's not normally a winger. He plays in midfield. Flutie gets the pass away. Now Alatini, head support from Umaga. Defence is solid. And a penalty against the Crusaders, coming in the wrong side of the ruck.
Well, there's plenty of running in that back line of the Hurricanes. Of course, that's where... No, well, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to run everything. But looking at Ricky Flutie now, he's a runner, not really a kicker at first 5'8", and then Alatini outside him, well, we know him, and Umaga again, and Cullen. So here's this drive, this very effective drive, being destroyed by Jerry Collins, spotting the man with the ball. There he is there. Collins sees him, he just picks him up, dumps him unceremoniously, brilliantly, in effect turning the ball on Hurricane's side.
Short line out here for Joe Ward to throw to. First line out throw of the match. The Hurricanes. It's a bit untidy.
You joined, he didn't.
And it's a free kick against the Crusaders. Spice looks to take it smartly, does so. Collins charges in. Got easily through the tackle of Robertson. And inside the 22 he goes. Spreads it off to Flutie. On the inside it goes to Christian Orsby. And the Hurricanes have their first chance on attack in the match. Away goes Flutie. Throws the dummy. Got the pass away too. Swarming defence as you'd expect. The Soialo goes backwards. Now Flutie. He frees it up to Brew. Head high tackle. And that's been picked up by referee O'Brien. Now Alatini. Still 15 metres out from the line. He's still playing that advantage.
Advantage over!
The advantage is gone now.
Held in. Hold down.
Well, I think Paddy O'Brien missed where the ball went.
Number 10.
Because it was released by the Hurricanes, who he penalised, and in fact the Crusaders actually had possession.
The advantage was though, and they had it. Thank you.
But that's the sort of thing that referees see in the replay and think, oh, got it wrong.
If one of you guys drops out. Right.
So a penalty apiece.
Silly move to make though, Chris.
Early in the game.
So it was picked up and driven again. That's Vanessa having a go. It was quick ball. Now have a look here. He hit the deck correctly. He's got to release it. So he let go of the ball. Yeah, well, he held it long enough. I guess that's why the penalty came.
Now it's an advantage to the Crusaders. As Brad Thorne running wide in midfield. Marshall gets it across to Leon McDonald. Good to see him back in the game after he missed the NPC last season. Marshall drills the kick away downfield. Looking for a counter. Knocked down by Wunibaka, but knocked forward. It was sideways. Carried on by Chris Jack. Now a chance out wide for the Crusaders if they can spread it quickly. Nathan Major away to Caleb Ralph. And there's the opening try of the season for the Crusaders.
Oh, it was beautifully done, Crusaders. With sheer numbers, they had space and men outside. One of the problems, of course, for the Hurricanes is that they've got two players that don't normally play on the wing. So they were bunched up a little bit, particularly Nonu. So just have a look at the way the Crusaders spun the ball, just getting it to the outside man. The defence drifting, but there's still a man clean on the outside. And it was Ralph.
Pretty poor defence, so really I think mixed it here from the Hurricane side. I mean, they had the numbers to burn and really they got sucked in a bit close early on, and really it was just wide hands from the Crusaders. It was sharp, but there wasn't a lot in it, so I think the Hurricanes will be a little bit disappointed with that.
Yes, it was Neil Brew. I got it wrong, actually. I thought it was Nonu, but it was Neil Brew that was in field a little bit. He had to be out on his man and hoping his defence on the inside could slide across, could drift across and close it. But once again, great play, Crusaders.
Daniel Carter attempting the conversion, and that's away. So it's an unconverted try scored by Caleb Ralph. He got 10 tries in Super 12 last season, and he picks up the first for the Crusaders this year, 5-0.
Well, great effort by the Crusaders. If you think 34% possession is all they've had, and yet territory they've had 81%. So no ball, but played it all inside Hurricanes territory, which says that the Hurricanes have had the ball, but they haven't really been able to take advantage of it. So that's defence, I guess, also from the Crusaders.
Flutie with the kickoff. Down to Carter. He gets on his favourite left boot, and that's a lovely punt. Spiralling away downfield. No breeze to speak of here at Jade Stadium tonight, but he hit that sweetly.
What a remarkable luxury for any team to be able to put Andrew Mehrtens on the sideline.
Have a look at our numbers, guys.
And bring in a young man that no one's ever heard of, Daniel Carter. Everyone down here rates him, but the rest of the country and further afield, of course, he is unknown.
Right, stay out. Messi goes in.
So Joe Ward.
He's not in.
Sorialo reaches up. Now it's out to Umaga, calling in Collins. He gets thumped to the ground.
Right, stay out. Go back.
Still there, though, on the Hurricane side.
Stay there.
Jason Spice preferred to Brendan Harmey. Little kick lobbed in behind. Cullen almost had it, but he lost it forward, got it back, but he knocked it on. Well, there'll be the spotlight on this fellow too this season, Christian Cullen. Most would agree he wasn't at his best last year. In the meantime, as he wanders back, there's a player down injured, Hurricanes player.
Jerry Collins fell very awkwardly in that tackle, and he looks like to be in a great deal of pain. It's not looking good.
What a tragedy. After his long recuperation, it was a great little chip kick, the sort of thing that Christian Cullen's fed on for years. Bouncing ball that he just seems to time so well. That time knocked it on just. Yes, Jerry Collins, he's a tough man, but if you saw the way he fell, looks like it's his knee.
Well, of course, 2 or 3 seasons ago, a nasty break in the leg on this very ground. Here he is. He'll run the ball up. He gets the pass from Umaga, and he gets hit by Robertson and by McCaw.
Oh, yeah, you can see him. Everything went on that right knee.
Wouldn't it be a tragedy for himself and his Hurricane side? He's quite a key man for them. It looks like he's getting bad line, which would be a brave effort.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think he'll make it through this game. Well, it's such a vulnerable thing, knees. It's hard to strap to protect them.
So now Justin Marshall. Away it goes to Carter. Calling out Nathan Major to the 10-metre line in Hurricanes territory. Thorne up to Aaron Major. Tana Umaga, one of the last up.
Crouch and hold only. That last scrum was the best of the night. Crouch and hold.
So 15 minutes gone.
Gauge.
The one try scored so far by Caleb Ralph for the Crusaders. Marshall away for Carter. Aaron Major being allowed to run head high from Peter Alatini. Marshall knows that he'll get an advantage here, so he tries the little chip kick, and they'll go back for the penalty. And Peter Alatini will be called out.
Closest we're going to get without having a yellow card. That's it. It's very close, okay?
Well, it's the second head-high tackle we've seen in the match. But because of an advantage played previously, it kind of got forgotten. But this one's not forgotten.
Yes, well, of course, that's the reflex action when the player steps inside, but even so, it was still high. And he's been warned. He said next time yellow card.
Some problems for Canterbury now, the Crusaders, with Nathan Major going down. He's been limping. He looks to be in a little bit of bother as well.
Super sub.
Well, he was pretty laid back before the game. I had a bit of a chat to him on the sideline.
He's like that before every game, Murray, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wouldn't matter if it was a club match or a World Cup final.
No, well.
So here's Daniel Carter. Missed out with the conversion, but here he is with the penalty. and he's dragged it away to the right. So an opportunity to increase the lead. Goes begging. 5-0. Nathan Major's got a very heavily strapped ankle. He's really struggling too.
Yes, he is struggling.
Well, Mehrtens is the obvious replacement. The other back replacement to Ben Hurst, who's a halfback. Scott Hamilton, who's a winger. So Mehrtens might be in the game a little earlier than he thought. Another tackle that was meant to stick, and it did. Marshall now for Carter. Back inside for Aaron Major. There again for Justin Marshall. Now Leon McDonald goes for a bit of a run.
Release.
Marshall again.
From the back.
10-metre line in Hurricanes territory. Now it's Reuben Thorne. He's got it up off the ground.
Stay back.
Richie McCaw.
He's okay.
That's turnover. Here it is, Hurricanes side.
Stay back.
Luke Andrews. Oh, Orsby just held on and dropped it behind him.
Release it. Yeah, he's okay.
Turnover.
Stay back.
Crusaders. So it's tit for tat.
Marshall frees it up, and Nathan Major still battling.
2 knock-ons. First one red.
Not running at all freely, and I don't know whether he's going to be with us for too much longer. He's becoming a little bit of a liability, and he'll know that.
So that'll be very interesting. I mean, Mehrtens, the only option for Mehrtens would be, I would think, at first 5-8. And if that's the case, will Carter move out to second? No, I doubt it. So there's the turnover. That's the first turnover to Hurricanes. So Luke Andrews has a go and realises it's a bad option, tries to pass over the top. And this is the second. So Carter is at second 5, yes. So Mehrtens into first, Carter at second. Well, that'll be interesting. We don't know whether he's played much in that position.
Far side binding.
So he's now marking Peter Alatini, All Black second 5-8.
Get your binding over the body, please.
So I'm sure that's the first thing the Hurricanes will be doing, is having a crack at about that position around first, second. Mehrtens not renowned for his robust defence, and Carter outside him, a relative virgin in the position of second 5-8.
Carter has played a little bit at second 5-8 mix, but I don't know that Aaron Major's played too often at centre.
Yeah, Aaron Major looks the sort of guy that could play anywhere though well, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's very true.
But with that forward pack, with that Crusaders forward pack, I'm sure they'll revert and try and dominate in that area. And that must be the game plan against the Hurricanes.
Deep down the back to Andrews. And so the Hurricanes set it here on the 10-metre line in Crusaders territory.
Yeah, that's not a bad platform for a drive.
Not making a lot of progress here. Crusaders.
In fact, where's the ball? It might have been turned. No, there it is.
There it is for Spice. Flutie fires the pass up, and Umaga spies a gap. Here's Tana Umaga at his best. Got the pass away to Nonu, and Nonu scores a super try, set up by Tana Umaga.
Well, is that not Hurricanes rugby? Absolutely, and this crowd know it. It's what they fear, is that part of the game. One thing in the past, of course, is the Hurricanes haven't been consistent in the rest of their game, but they can certainly break open any opposition, and they just seem to have such great finishing. But it was Umaga at his best. Back on the angle. It was off Flutie. Flutie bought him time, bought him space. It was a very close pass. Have a little look. He ran wide. Umaga back. Easily split the defence, and then off his right. Fantastic, and what a pass. Nonu hit it at top and had Thorne to beat. a loose forward, or a lock, should I say, covering. That's a special sort of style that they seem to have.
Gee, there was individual brilliance and the explosiveness of Tana Umaga, wasn't it? He is an inspirational player in the side, and now the skipper, of course. And that's the sort of thing that can turn matches. He's outstanding.
Yes, I don't think it's turned this one yet, but it has given them a little bit of an exhilarating feeling, of course, which all teams love. But if you look at the territory, still 72% territory, Crusaders on 45% of the ball.
Another left-footed goal kicker. We saw Daniel Carter. Here's Ricky Flutie. And like Carter, he's pulled it away to the right. So an unconverted try each. Nonu for the Hurricanes in his first Super 12 match. But an inspirational run here by Tana Umaga. He's all class. Look at the fend on Mark Hammett. Goodbye.
Left him groping, didn't he?
And then a pass. Absolutely exquisite. And Nonu had Brad Thorne chasing him across. So 5-all. Just over the halfway mark in the first spell.
Go back.
Spice feeds it off to Flutie. And Flutie this time makes good contact. They haven't done a lot of kicking, the Hurricanes. They've tried to run it out from their 22. They've tried to retain possession.
Yes, and they've done it relatively well, but they haven't taken advantage of that close quarter possession. Not much of it has been ball going forward, which really is testimony to the defence of the Crusaders. I'm just looking at rucks and mauls now. You know, it's 18-14 to Hurricanes.
Throw by Mark Hammett straight to Robertson. Mehrtens with a flat pass across field. With Carter is now playing at second 5'8".
Held in,
held in, quickly taken by So'oialo. They haven't gone back to 10 metres here. Orsby has a go, and he's in touch, but they'll get the advantage.
Let's go back.
Well, it's a cardinal sin for a lock to be running to touch like that, but he took the penalty. I like the look of this player, though, Orsby. He's got plenty of fire in the belly. Originally from counties, of course. Scott Robertson, well, he'll be looking for a big year too. Wanting to cement his place as the All Black number 8. It's got a little bit of opposition. Again with Ron Cribb back on the scene.
Untidy throw, but they've got out of this somehow, the Hurricanes. Spice delivers it away to Flutie. Alatini, Flutie on the charge, but in fact it's Nonu. Tried to force the pass. It went back from a Crusaders player. And now McDonald, realising there's nobody home, McDonald goes down in a heap. Now, I'm not sure how that happened. Controlled by Spice, looking to get away from Vunambaka. Can't do so.
Advantage!
He didn't place it early enough. He held it. You could see that. He was waiting for his reinforcements. And Paddy O'Brien was quite right.
It was great defence, though, the way the Crusaders came up with 2 and a third player lingering. They forced Spice to have a go. He got halfway through the hole, knew he was isolated, couldn't really get the pass well, although I think he had to have a go. In the end, had to play the ball on the deck, conceding an opportunity for Mehrtens to slot 3, I guess.
Yeah, surprise, surprise, a change of goal kicker. Andrew Mehrtens is going to take over.
So let's say, oh, well, this is just the end of it, really. But you see the sin, the cardinal sin is holding on, waiting for his mates to arrive. They did, but was judged by Paddy O'Brien to be holding too long. Well, that's a great Hollywood. Take a bow. You don't deserve anything. Oh, I hate that sort of stuff when players kick the ball and run into the opposition and call out.
Meanwhile, back in the jungle, here's Andrew Mehrtens, his first kick of the season. And let's hope they're all like that. In 2003, sweetly struck by Andrew Mehrtens, the first goal of the night is landed after 26 minutes.
Well, he's still a man, no doubt about it.
Absolutely fine. I mean, you're always going to give away a couple like that.
Now, it's interesting, just with the All Black tour of the UK this year, UK and France, just the respect that everybody has for Andrew Mehrtens as a tactical first 5/8.
Flutie with the restart. Jack goes high and claims it for the Crusaders.
From the back, gold only.
13 minutes out from half time. The defending champions lead by 3. Trying to get it wide, spilt, and knocked on by a couple of players in the finish.
Gold scrum.
Well, it's decidedly the first game of the season.
Well, Leon McDonald, of course, he hasn't had much rugby for a while, so I guess he has to get himself back into it. Because he finished when he was injured. Of course, he was playing outstanding rugby.
Break up. I'm going to go the other side. If you beat me on the put-in,
Pretty handy cricketer, apparently. Played a fair bit of cricket
Don't
once
beat me here.
he knew he wasn't playing
going
much
this side.
more rugby for the
In the
season.
middle.
He's all-round sportsman, but I mean, he was being preferred to Cullen, wasn't he? Really, when he was injured.
Use it.
So'oialo to Spice. Flutie. Nonu losing his footing on that cricket block. Here goes Umaga again. He looks full of running early in the season. Flutie realises that's not the way to go, so gives it off to Alatini, who sees a gap. Alatini gets it away, and it's not claimed. Just couldn't make that final transfer, and it's turned over. In fact, it was knocked on. I think it was So'oialo.
Scrum red.
Couldn't quite find the support. I think the player that was supporting was fractionally in front. Well, Umaga walking tentatively.
Rather surprisingly, the gaps in the Crusaders are appearing up the middle where they don't normally appear.
Yes, it was Christian Cullen who was dead flat.
Oh, it was Umaga who was looking for the in pass.
Let's go.
Marshall goes short to Aaron Major. Nice pass. Carter looking to open it up wide. Vunenbacher gets a hold of it. Chased across field. Slips the pass beautifully to McDonald. Collins runs him down on the 22. Wonderful counter-attacking from the Crusaders. Ball is there now for Justin Marshall. Fires it off into midfield. Looking to spread it wide again. Now it's off to Caleb Ralph. Plenty of Hurricanes defenders across there, though. And looks like the Hurricanes might have got there first.
Offside.
But they were offside.
Well, whenever the Crusaders spin it wide, the Hurricanes look thin. On that occasion, have a look at Nonu coming in to tackle the inside man, leaving 2 outside, and one of them's Vunenbacher. Desperation, because he's got outside pace. McDonald doing well, and Jerry Collins it was that killed it. And then they just moved it back the other way. Look at the Hurricanes' defence. They're lingering back, and that's why they were caught offside. So Mehrtens will say, well, give us another 3. Big crowd here. Jade Stadium. Looking a picture.
Nobody else has scored more points in the Super 12 competition in this, the 8th season, than Andrew Mehrtens. Another penalty goal goes through, his second, and the Crusaders open up a 6-point advantage, 11-5.
Come on, show us your swords. There's swords everywhere.
Well, JP, what's your reading on it?
I think we're on delay. Well, it's an interesting position for JP too. Of course, he comes from this area. Of course, he lives here now and used to play for the other team, the Hurricanes.
Just working on a microphone problem here. Scott Robertson takes it in for the Crusaders inside their own 22. Now Mehrtens. Cullen reads it nicely, gets himself into a position. Going to have a crack at Vunenbacher on the outside, and the ball knocked into touch.
Oh, I think Christian Cullen's checking that, because I think Christian Cullen passed the ball and it hit the Crusader player. Have a look at this. Cullen having a go at Vunenbacher on the outside. He didn't take it. Yes, he did. Cullen released the ball, so it should be Hurricanes line out.
Mark Hammett to throw about 8 minutes out from the half-time break.
We're playing.
Uncontested
Stay.
to Brad Thorne, who's been used quite a bit in the lineouts by the Crusaders.
No, he's all right. Release it! Here's it, Gold. Stay back.
Now Justin Marshall. Mehrtens.
The big boot of Andrew Mehrtens.
Another prodigious kick. Nonu. Lapse in concentration. And this will give the Crusaders a golden opportunity.
Golden opportunity. What will they do? Well, I would think that looking at the way that, yes, bit cool, eh? Just looking at it, the way it's been going, I would think the Crusaders would back themselves to be able to have a go at the Canes goal line here. So I'm picking that they'll be trying to drive, which may suck in a back or two and then move it wide. But they'll have a drive for sure first, I'm certain. Certain to be wrong, no doubt.
15.
Looking to open up the blind side. But now they have to go to the open with Mehrtens. Long pass across to Aaron Major. Caleb Ralph on the angle.
Yeah, it's okay.
But the Hurricanes have crashed in over the top.
Number 7.
And an area the Crusaders are normally so good. Protection of the ball. Just not getting there in numbers.
That's exactly right. It was a numbers game. They were there, but they weren't actually committed over the top of the ball. They thought they had it secure. And one of the things that the Hurricanes have been good at with guys like Rodney Soyalo, particularly Jerry Collins, is sniping players, physically blasting them. So Ricky Flutie, remember, on the sideline, we've got David Holwell.
Joe Ward from North Harbour. Young fella, 22 years of age. Big night for him too, as he throws it to Luke Andrews. Referee's playing advantage here. There's Ward with the ball. Spice now for Flutie, away for Umaga. He's happy to have a crack at them, Tana Umaga. This time they close him down smartly.
Well, that's one area, of course, where they've split the defences in the midfield.
Staying on the blind side. Alatini tries to get rid of Andrew Mehrtens, who's in there mixing it with the best of them. And
turnover.
It's turnover, and Justin Marshall fires the pass around Paddy O'Brien. I reckon he probably threw it forward. But Paddy had his back to him. And away it goes to Carter. Oh, cut down, good tackle.
But good support. Look at those Crusaders over the top of the ball.
It's another turnover, though. Hurricanes have got it.
Oh, Joes.
Orsby for Flutie. And Cullen driving Ralph across the touchline.
So Christian Cullen keen to be involved, hasn't really had much of a chance yet. Alatini having a go also. Too many numbers for them. Now this is where I thought the turnover came. Well, that's, don't get confused, ladies and gents, that was the second turnover to the Hurricanes.
Ormsby, the line out take this time. So they're mixing it up here, the Hurricanes with Ormsby and Andrews. Collins controlling in the back.
Hey, go back. Go back. Go back.
So Collins with the protection of his forwards, but they get him driven backwards by the Crusaders. In fact, there's a turnover.
Turnover.
So you can see the Hurricanes' intention is to drive. You can see them packing together. Probably Colin Cooper been working on this. He's that sort of coach.
Up and close.
Attention to detail and body position, etc. But they're just not being able to do it because the Crusader defence is so strong.
That's fine. You break yours.
Needs all hands on deck, I think, against a team like this. Well, he dropped the ball, knocked the ball on.
Oh dear. It sometimes happens, doesn't it? Going to take a quick kick, and he lost control of it just. ESPN Star Asia, Sky Sport, the rugby channel here in New Zealand, of course. And as we always do, we welcome our friends in the Pacific Islands and, of course, the Chatham Islands, Murray. Mustn't forget them. They're Crusaders fans, I believe, over there.
It's extraordinary, isn't it, where it goes, rugby now. And in fact, it's live into the US. That's the fantastic thing. All those American rugby players can see this sort of rugby live.
So here we go. Ricky Flutie with not too long remaining in the first half. And the kick from Flutie is through, and he kicks his first goal of the night. The Hurricanes fans, there aren't too many of them here, celebrate, and the Crusaders lead by 3. Kupu Vanisi, something of a veteran player these days, 30 years of age, the oldest man in this Hurricanes lineup. The short kickoff is made, and it's won by the Crusaders, and away goes Justin Marshall as the hooter sounds. So a last chance here for the Crusaders right on the half-time hooter as Thorne crashes his way up 10 metres short of the line. Marshall head down straight ahead, 6 metres away. Big chance for the Crusaders to finish on a high note. Mehrtens flicks it back inside to Wunenbacher. He lays it back nicely. Marshall again.
3 points,
and
Mehrtens.
a drop kick instead, and oh, he's missed it. Aaron Major. No, in fact, I think it was it? Yes, it was Aaron Major from right in front with no pressure on him really at all. He's missed out, and that is half-time here at Jade Stadium. And it's been a lively 40 minutes. They've scored a try each, and the Crusaders, the defending champions, lead by 11-8.
Lively indeed. Apt description, I'd say. By no means perfect by both teams. Crusaders definitely look threatening and dangerous, particularly on the outside when they spread the ball. But this team, led by this man, Tana Umaga, deadly infield. Midfield breaks, a couple of big ones. One resulted from a try. It's been an interesting first half, one in which it's been quite competitive, very close. I look at possession, territory, rucks and mauls. It's all relatively close. A little bit of an edge to the Crusaders, and I'm sure they deserve that 3-point lead at halftime.
Yes, they do have that edge. Caleb Ralph opened the scoring with a try. Mehrtens 2 penalties. He came on as a replacement. Nonu scored the try for the Hurricanes. Flutie a late penalty, and the Crusaders lead here at Jade Stadium at a half-time by 11-8.
Every week, we put the ball under the spotlight.
This is sensational!
Reunion returns Tuesday to Sky Sport 1 and the Rugby Channel.
When you're looking to produce healthier, heavier cattle, don't go past Genesis Pour-On. Genesis Pour-On offers long-lasting control against a broad range of parasites. It's rain-fast and easy to use, especially on large stock.
Buy 2.5 or 5 litres of Genesis Pour-On and receive this fantastic breathable, waterproof and care vest.
Now, you can't beat that, can you?
Genesis Pour-On for cattle and deer from Ancare.
Good putt there, mate. Let's go get him, mate. Awesome, brother. Let it rip. Bonsai. Working together improves every game. Just a sand wedge, mate.
At Telstra we also think that working together is a better way. So let's get together, you and Telstra.
When you know what you want out of a bank. Call 0800 Ask BNZ to talk to a Bank of New Zealand mobile manager now.
Welcome to South Africa.
See New Zealand take on the world.
The Cricket World Cup, Bangladesh versus New Zealand, Wednesday on Sky Sport.
Half-time break here at Jade Stadium in Christchurch. The Crusaders against the Hurricanes. And this is the scoreline in the first to 40. 11 points to 8, a try apiece. Andrew Mehrtens coming on as a replacement after about 15 minutes in that first half. Managed to kick a couple of penalty goals. And Ricky Flutie kicked one for the Hurricanes. So let's go back now and review the 2 tries that were scored. And the first one for the Crusaders was all about here shifting the ball as quickly as possible out to the left. And Caleb Ralph, an ace try scorer, was able to skirt round the outside of the Hurricanes defence. They looked, the Hurricanes, as if they had it covered, but it was all about the ball beating the man, and Caleb Ralph was able to skirt in at the corner. Now that was the opening try. This is an individual piece of brilliance from Tana Umaga as he wades his way through the Crusaders defence, and having done that, throws an absolutely superb pass to Nonu, and the young man in his first Super 12 game was able to grab the pass and run it in at the corner. Beautiful try it was too.
It also shows he's made a good adjustment to centre, where he's looking to feed his support after the break.
Well, we had our problems with John Preston in the first half, but we can confirm that he's still here at the ground. And John, your summation of the first half, pretty competitive from the Hurricanes.
Yeah, it certainly has been, actually, but it'll be surprising. I think the Crusaders will be a wee bit disappointed. I think Crusaders' defence has been outstanding at times. It's been swarming, particularly in the early stages. They put the Hurricanes under a lot of pressure, who looked a little bit disorganised. But I think that little bit of inspiration, perhaps from Tana Umaga, lifted them, and they got back into the match. They've looked very keen to run the ball on all occasions, obviously aware that they'll be under pressure at set match or set piece time. But there's not a lot in it. I think the early stages of the second half will tell us more.
A lot of these Crusaders, of course, missed the All Black tour at the end of the year, so they haven't played for a while, John. They'll be a little bit rusty, I guess.
Yeah, and we've seen signs of that. I think 2 or 3 handling errors in particular that totally uncharacteristic of this side. Also some tackles missed up the centre, which is not really common to them as well. So maybe a few rusty players, but it's only early times, and they are also renowned for starting the season pretty slowly.
Okay, John, we'll be hearing from John right throughout the second half in this match between the Crusaders and the Hurricanes. 11-8 at the half-time break.
Sky Sport Productions presents Try Time, your weekly roundup of rugby news, the best plays, plus highlights and competitions. We pack the rugby in so you don't miss out. Returns Monday to Sky Sport and the Rugby Channel.
We're your local timber guys for town or farm building supplies.
On your team all the way, working hard or hard at play. Yeah, we'll see you right, we'll see you right, we'll see you right, we'll see you right, yeah, we'll see you right, we'll see you right, yeah.
Because your local ITM member is independent, they can make a promise.
We'll see you right.
They can keep.
ITM.
Sir, I'm disguised as a farmer to find out more about ASB Bank's rural managers. I have him fooled. Excellent stock-to-pasture ratio. Nice flock of cows.
Herd of cows.
Yes, I have. Herd of chickens.
To get games, screen tattoos and vibrate alert, get the Nokia 3315 for only $299. Or slap it on HP and pay under $7 a week over 12 months. Hire purchase at Vodafone.
How's it going, mate?
It's pretty good upstream.
Well, best we get up there then.
I wonder if this thing comes with a fish finder.
I propose that we build a robot child.
I feel it. That's creepy. Whoa, feels so real.
AI, artificial intelligence, coming soon to Sky Movies.
Beautiful night here at Jade Stadium in Christchurch. Absolutely perfect for rugby. And we've seen an intriguing first half between the defending champions, the Crusaders. Remember, unbeaten in last season's Super 12. Their first up opponent this year, the Hurricanes. And there we are, 11 points to 8. Murray, let's check those stats.
Well, the first three are interesting. It tells the story of the match in my mind. The Crusaders on the left-hand side, they've only had 45% of possession, but they've been in Hurricanes territory 62% of the time, and they're behind on rucks and mauls. So really they've had less possession, but they've made better use of it. That's really what it sums up. Also interesting to see only 10 penalties in this first half, and turnovers really keenly fought. So it's anybody's game, just a slight edge, I think, to the Crusaders, a little bit more organisation.
So people at home will be sitting analysing the performances of individual players. One name that hasn't cropped up as often as you would imagine, Murray, is Richie McCaw. Now, just hasn't gone his way perhaps in the first half, but there he is.
Well, I think he needed to go on that tour to England and Scotland, to England and France at the end of the year maybe. Maybe he's had too much time off, too much rest. No, well, that's right. I don't think it's been the sort of game for an open side flanker, really. It has been a fairly functional performance by the Crusaders, fairly structured. But maybe we'll see him in the second half.
Well, I'm sure we will. Christian Cullen hasn't had much play run his way yet either. We all know what a huge season this is for a lot of these players. Tana Umaga has certainly made a big start. Reuben Thorne had surgery in the off-season, and he's back.
And we haven't seen much of him yet. Well, this man made a mark the moment he came on the field, and he's still standing. I thought with the way he wrenched his knee, he'd be gone by now. And Aaron Manger, well, I'm sure he'll be figuring in the World Cup final. How about that one?
Well, there you go. A lot of these guys didn't make the All Black tour. They'll be a little bit nervous because they're not incumbent All Blacks. They've got to fight their way back in. Paddy O'Brien checking with Tana Umaga to see if the Hurricanes team are ready. Looks like they are. And the second half is underway here at Jade Stadium with Andrew Mehrtens kicking out. Claimed by So'oialo. Realising that he's heading towards the touchline, decides to stop. And Spice gets it away for Flutie to kick. He's not going to kick it out. It's down to Ralph. Now Leon McDonald's. McDonald's kick coming down about the 10-metre line, and So'oialo tries to claim it. It's on the Crusaders side. I think that went forward from a Crusaders player and was claimed by somebody else, but not picked up. This time it's been rolled forward. So I guess you could say justice is done.
Well, Scott Robertson.
Okay, first scrum again, guys. Let's start again.
Untidy start on the scrums in the game, but they settle down.
Well, there's only 4 scrums apiece, so only been 8 results from the scrums. And that's how the first half started, if we recall.
So'oialo taken by Thorne. Collins sets it. Flutie, who's a natural left-footed player, bangs it away again to Ralph, and this is an action replay, but this time McDonald decides to send it wide to Aaron Major. He slips it to McDonald, and he gets well and truly dumped.
Yeah.
And held on. You can see he's still holding on.
Well,
He can't stay in there. He had his hand on the ball.
this is one of those areas that the referees have been asked to look hard at. Is the tackler rolling away, and of course the player who is tackled releasing the ball. In other words, making it fair game for all and sundry. So the Hurricanes coming out of that little interaction, little piece of tit for tat, really. No, he is just holding, well, maybe, hey, that's quite, it looked to me like Kupi Vanisi was trying to, well, it was a Tana Umaga, the same haircut, trying to make it look like McDonald was still holding onto the ball, perhaps.
Richie McCaw on the sideline. Scott Robertson was a bit slow to get back as well. So this is a kick of just on 50 metres from Ricky Flutie.
Yes, well, I guess they've got to take this opportunity of 3 points to get square on the scoreboard. It would have to be at his maximum range, I would imagine.
He'll certainly get the distance, that's not a problem, and it's a beautiful goal. So Ricky Flutie lands his second penalty goal, and it's 11 all now with about 3 minutes gone in the second half.
There has been a little bit of breezes come up throughout the first half, and if anything it may favour the Hurricanes a tad.
Oh, great kickoff.
Very nicely taken though down by Christian Orsby. It didn't look as though anybody was going to claim it for a moment as Flutie sends it away to the far touchline.
Yes, I was trying to work out before whether he was trying to kick for touch or whether he was trying to keep it in play with Ralph and then asking them asking the Crusaders to attack. But on that occasion he clearly wanted to kick it for touch, get out of territory. Prudent move. They just earned 3 points. I guess they want to get out of their territory so that they are level.
Mark Hammett. Again, it's uncontested. Hurricanes haven't really contested on the Crusader throws. Aaron Major takes it up. Now Mehrtens hands it quickly on to McDonald. And Leon McDonald is buried in the tackle, but not rolling away. And I think it's Jerry Collins.
He's been held in too, I think. Yes, there's a lot of clever activity goes on at the bottom of rucks. A lot of people don't understand, of course. So one would never know whether Jerry Collins was trying to kill the ball on McDonald or whether McDonald was trying to hold him in so that he milked the penalty. Let's have a little look at it. So Collins goes in, blows him backwards. He's got the ball, remember. Now he's in effect stopping the Crusaders from winning the ball. And they're just about, I think it's a good call from the referee. Yes, we finally saw McDonald's arms come up and wrap around Jerry as though he was embracing him, which I'm sure he wasn't.
Andrew Mehrtens then the opportunity to restore that 3-point advantage that the Crusaders had at halftime. Awkward angle. But so far, it's been 2 out of 2 for Mehrtens, and it looks like, no, it's just drifted wide. Started to go right to left, and then just held its own.
Well, you're talking about the lineouts before, Nisbo, about how the Hurricanes haven't been contesting. I think what teams do these days is on defence, they pick where they think the ball's going and they marshal their troops to actually defend there. But what the Crusaders have been doing is throwing it, and I think the Hurricanes are angling that on Jack, but the ball's not going to Jack. The ball's actually going to Thorne. He's been the main ball winner.
Flutie goes downfield to Ralph. Hurricanes defence has held up pretty well in this game. Marshall for Mehrtens. Going to be a little more tactical, it looks as though, in the second half. The Crusaders, they've decided that it's better to try and play it inside the 22. That's a pretty average kick from Christian Cullen. And it's been ripped away by Chris Jack. And the Crusaders, I think McCaw's been turned. Somebody done a marvellous job there. Mark Hammett's got offside, and the Hurricanes are going to get out of this. Well, whoever turned Richie McCaw, it was a superb tackle.
Yes, it was. I didn't catch who it was either. Well, Jason Spice tackled him, but I'm not sure whether it was the next player that We might just have a little look at that, because it was certainly a point-saving tackle, that's for sure. Let's have a look. Spice dropped and bang. Now McCaw takes the ball. Now who is it? Is that Spice again? Spice again, and Callan is pushing the weight to turn. That's a great way of turning possession. And then he exposed it to Vanissi, who went in. He had tremendous defence. So Chris Jack, will they play? Oh no, it's Hurricanes ball, of course. Andrews takes it again.
Luke Andrews, previously with Southland, missed most of the NPC with Wellington last year with injuries. Getting very close to the touchline, taken away from that area by Ward, and has been taken off then by Jack, who slips a nice pass to Robertson. Now Greg Feek, he runs into Collins, and there's a chance out wide here for the Crusaders, and it's a forward pass. And Paddy O'Brien was in good position to call it. And this is in direct contrast to Super 12 last year, where a lot of forward passes weren't picked up. And we've seen a couple tonight already.
And what are you insinuating?
Well, I'm insinuating the refereeing's better.
Ah, well, it was forward, wasn't it? Well, very difficult for the Hurricanes to create a stable pack, a stable base. That's what the scrum's for, of course, is providing a good platform, good ball for the backs. Hurricanes really battling against Crusaders in this department. Makes it pretty hard for him. Makes it hard for number 8, that sort of stuff.
Here go the Crusaders. Robertson's got it right out in front of the goalpost. Now Marshall got an opportunity out wide with a Major, and Aaron Major props back inside and picks up the second try.
Put that down to that mighty Crusaders scrum. Wonderful front row. All black front row, of course. Completely destroying quality ball or any chance of decent ball. And then they, look at that, they half turn and push. And Rodney Soalo battling to clear it. The players coming back 100 miles an hour, and big Chris Jack is it. Driving forward. They set it up and they quickly get it. That's good quick ball. Straight overlap here. The defence spreads and it allows the player to chop back in on the angle. Major it was.
Well, there's always a concern, Murray, wasn't it, this tight 5 of the Hurricanes, and I think they got found out a little bit in that scrum. They were under pressure earlier on, and certainly in that case.
Mehrtens' conversion attempt is good. So the try scored by Aaron Major after 10 minutes in the second half is converted, and it's 18-11.
No, you're dead right, JP. It is the front 5 of Canterbury that are doing the damage in that area.
Even there, though, there were plenty of yellow defenders around, but it was great footwork again from Aaron Major to step through a couple to dot down.
Well, I think the key is that the Crusaders are running on to quick ball, and the Hurricanes were spreading quickly, drifting quickly, which of course makes it easier for the player to chop back.
Yeah, against the run of play.
Mehrtens claims the kickoff. Now to Neil Brew. Haven't seen much of him at all in this match. Neither Cullen. He spreads it wide as quickly as he can off to Nonu. Trying to get away from Major. He does so too. Good effort from Brad Thorne to drag him down from behind. Now Vanissi. And he places it outside the 22. Now they spread it. Flutie to Collins. That is the 22-metre line. And it's there for Spice. Flutie looking to change direction. Doesn't have to, though, as the gap opens up. Now it's Ward the hooker. And the advantage being played here against Richie McCaw.
Yeah, well, he killed it. Ward, he killed the ball.
It's such a difficult area. It's such a grey area. And the number 7s, who are normally the first there, sometimes a little tentative. They don't quite know what the referee's going to, what his interpretation is going to be.
This is a great answer from the Hurricanes after the try. That's Nonu making a clean break of his opponent. Beautifully cover tackle by Thorne. He's getting around the track. beautifully planted. There it is. And the hooker tries to set it up, and Richie McCaw hangs on for dear life. Yes, absolute guaranteed penalty. Deserves 3 points underneath the sticks, and the Hurricanes need it to stay in touch, really. There needs to be an answer. Well, Nonu, he made the clean break against Major. Strong upper body strength. But I thought Brad Thorne did very well to catch him and cover defence from the lock position, remember?
Yes, he did. He's got a ton of pace, Brad Thorne. We've seen him playing relatively loose tonight in that number 4 jersey. He's obviously got a roving commission.
So the kicking tee, all these kickers have their own preferred tee. Some marvellous little inventions. The way they cut the plastic away and have the angle of the ball.
Flutie, and again, he's on target. So it's 18-14. And there's still something for the Hurricane supporters to celebrate, but a long time to go in the game.
The Crusaders had an ability to wear down opponents last season. It'll be interesting to see what they can achieve in the last 20 or 30 of this match.
Good effort by the Crusaders to get up and regain their own kickoff. Marshall, Scott Robertson just took his eye off the ball.
Advantage didn't come initially. Scrum, goal, come out 2. Thank you.
Well, some of these guys are rusty, that's quite clear. The fitness, as you say, JP, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, well, you think they should be fit as buck rats, as they say. They've had the big off-season to get right, and the talk is that they're feeling very sharp and very fit. So should be the case for both sides, really.
Better scrum this time from the Hurricanes. Soialo gives it off to Spice, who gets into the gap, and away goes Jason Spice, but he's in touch. Just ran out of room. Quickly taken. And Paddy O'Brien, not sure, but he says carry on. Cullen striding across. Called for a mark and got it. And away he goes. He's going to have a run at them. Christian Cullen fires the pass back. Now it's with Spice. He gets nailed. Well and truly. Vanisi. Orsby.
Well, he's held up. Where's the ball? There it is. Oh, turnover. It's a danger when you run it underneath your own sticks.
Away goes Justin Marshall. Tui Rarangi chased him and took him in a good tackle. And knocked on by the Crusaders. Well, not the well-oiled machine as yet. You wouldn't expect them to be. Mistakes coming when they're least needed. And that was an example, as Tui Rarangi did a great job. He chased Justin Marshall and nailed him from behind.
So here's the turnover. We had Christian Ormsby made that break, and he got isolated there with number 4. He had to let the ball go, and I think that was Brad Thorne again over the top, and he got that ball. Well, he's getting around the track. He's doing some work. And Marshall, doesn't he love to do this? Sniping around the side, seeing a gap and thrusting through it. Well, Brad Thorne, he's been conspicuous, I think, really, amongst a tight 5 that normally work pretty much together as a group, but I think he's probably been the man we've seen most of. In fact, thinking about it, we haven't seen a lot of the Crusaders loose forwards either. This was always going to be a great battle. I was waiting for this battle between Robertson, McCaw and Thorne, the All Black loose forward trio, of course, compared to Rodney Soialo, Jerry Collins and Kubi Vanisi. It was always going to be a great one. And often, of course, the front 5 determine how the back, or the 3 loosies go, how they perform.
Concerted shove here from the Crusaders.
I'm picking there'll be a change in that front row any minute. They'll bring the guy Hooper on.
Alatini.
Get out, Red!
15 metres out from the line. Here's Nonu trying to make ground down that left flank. Umaga close to the touchline. And Flutie makes the clearance.
Hurricanes under great pressure again up front. It was actually Nonu. Here we see it at scrum time. Gee, they're under real pressure on that front row, making it awfully difficult for Sayalo. He's handled it pretty well at times, but that makes it tough. It was actually left a couple of the outside backs, Nonu and Tana Umaga, to do a couple of pick and goes and take the pressure off.
So Mark Hammett. Looks like Brad Thorne again. It is. Marshall for Major. Robertson. Been pretty well contained in centre field, Scott Robertson. Saw some big tackling there. Nonu smashed them. Here comes the Spice. Away for Collins. Some big defence in this game. Big clash of bodies as Tony Penn snaps it up. And a turnover as Jack hands it back. Looking to get it wide again. Mehrtens. He gets drilled in a fairly legitimate tackle, I think. And back goes Cullen. Gets away from, no he doesn't, but he gets good support from Andrews. Luke Andrews, yeah.
Well, Cullen spun around. He didn't realise Vunenbacher was on his back. Just grabbed hold of him. Luke Andrews there covering.
Ricky Flutie looks like he's got a few problems at the moment too, flexing that right hamstring. David Holwell also seems to be running around on the side of the track, and actually he's just stripped, so he may well be coming on shortly.
In the meantime, Hammett throws again, and Jack stretches up. Marshall, Mehrtens, low pass, but well taken. As the Crusaders continue to attack near the 22. McDonald backs his way in.
Well, that looked like a near turnover there too. There's a lot of turnovers in this game.
Marshall's organising the forces. He's got it to McCaw. He's managed to transfer the pass.
From the back.
The ball just sitting there.
Hat back by the Hurricanes, and away goes Orsby. Orsby gets through a couple. What a run here from the big lock forward. Handing his way out of a few. Now he gets it away to Neil Brew, and the chase is on, and it's going to beat everybody, I think. Well, Christian Orsby, goodness, what a run.
Magnificent. That was when the wing had to put the pedal down. Orsby did the damage, fed his wing, who was in good position. Look at this here. Cullen set him up, so he took on Major and cleaned him out. Then he knocked off Robertson. That was 3 players. That's 4 players. You got to tackle. Yeah, you got to tackle the guy low. A big
double change here for the Hurricanes. David Holwell is coming on for Ricky Flutie, and Tim Fairbrother on for Tuira Ringi.
No. We picked there be a little change in the front row. Well, it's interesting to look at the turnovers. 14-12 in favour of the Canes. Been a huge number of turnovers. I guess that's likely in the first round of the Super 12, where really the continuity and the cohesion isn't quite as good as it will be in a couple of weeks' time. That's a near tight head to the Hurricanes. That's Fairbrother in there. He's a highly promising young player. That's number 17. Good upper hut man, and played for the New Zealand Colts. Still only a very young man, 20 years of age, I think he is.
Yeah, plenty of him. Better scrum this time from the Crusaders, and a gap opens up. Marshall. Away goes Justin Marshall, and that's a forward pass too. Got away with it though, and away goes Daniel Carter. Finally dragged down. He got through 3 or 4 of them. Marshall keeps it going. Robertson. There's the goal line, just 5 metres away. Marshall feeds it off to Rubenthorn. Crusaders throwing everything in here at 18-14, 20 minutes remaining. Major. And chance out wide for Vunenbacher. He's too quick.
Well, the Crusaders again on the outside. That's where they've done the damage. It looked like the Hurricanes had enough numbers and support, but in the end, I think it was Nonu that came in to try and spot tackle the inside man and failed. So Marshall did the damage really. He opened it up, but Carter just slipped through tackle after tackle. Thought he was going to go all the way actually, but the cover got him. So there's red players running onto the ball, yellow players defending, and then it got moved wide, unopposed. That's how wingers like it.
Prolific try scorer, the Fijian, Marika Vunambaka. He holds the Crusaders' season record of 11. And he's underway in round 1, 2003, as Andrew Mehrtens from the sideline looks good. Oh, no. 23-14 with about 19 minutes left.
It was beautifully worked by the Crusaders. Start-up work came from Mehrtens and then Carter, but it was really the danger man on the wing who finished the job off.
Marika Vunambaka. So possession now, 50-piece, 50-50, exactly. So the Crusaders have fought their way back. And 67% territory in favour of the Crusaders.
David Holwell on the park now for Ricky Flutie. Mehrtens caught rather unawares, but he's done a great job here, Andrew Mehrtens. He stepped outside the 22, I think, so he had to do the kicking, and he's done it well. And not only that, it looks like it might be, no, I thought for a moment it might be Crusaders' ball. More changes, JP, I think.
Yeah, number 20, Brendan Harmy's coming on, replacing Jason Spice.
What a magnificent kick. JP, did you see that?
It was a superb nudge, and the Crusaders really just lifting up a gear or two, I think, Max. They've been under a little bit of pressure. They'll be a little bit disappointed with their performance, I think. But now starting to nail the hammer home.
Well, they are. They've got a 9-point lead at this stage, and they're playing all the game in Hurricanes territory.
So Brendan Harmy on at halfback for the Hurricanes. So'oyalo goes to Orsby, and Harmy will dig it out. Low pass to Holwell. Now Umaga just struggling to control the ball there for a moment, but he got it. Harmy now for Holwell. Charge down and a try. Daniel Carter.
Well, the third charge down, and that one resulted in the try.
Bonus point. 4th try tonight for the Crusaders.
So Hurricanes have the ball under control. You can have a look at the Crusaders' backs, wanting to put pressure. Plenty of time, David Hole seemingly, but not so.
First Super 12 match for Daniel Carter. He'll remember that. And Mehrtens has converted, and suddenly the Crusaders have thrown the switch, and they go out to 30 points to 14. Their 4th try scored by Daniel Carter, and it's all about pressure. And it wasn't the classic charge down. Hit him on the shoulder, and he was lucky enough to get the favourable bounce.
Well, keenly contested. It was a great kickoff, and Jack was the man. And there's the ball under control.
Mehrtens gets a kick charge. Everybody's on. And the Crusaders get it back. Hungrier for the ball.
Go back, go back. Go back.
Marshall. Robertson hands it off to Marshall. Held up in the tackle. Might have been an early tackle on Scott Robertson, as McCaw has it.
Dogs back.
Mehrtens whips it across. McDonald's taken down by Collins. Patience game, another charge down. They're all over the place at the moment. And this should come on the Hurricane side. It does for Harmy.
It's Chris Marsoi, I think, on the field.
Yeah, he's on for Kupu Vanisi. Harmy now for Umaga. Umaga all power as he takes it down. And the penalty coming against the Crusaders as Ward has it. Carried on by So'oialo. Cleared out by Haumi. The advantage is over as Holwell moves it across Marsoi. Here's Marsoi again. Holds the pass up 10 metres out. Another infringement here by the Crusaders.
14 on the side.
And that's against Funambaka.
So Canes now down by 16 points. They probably need more than 3. Let's see what they do. I'd say they'd be going to the line out. Yes, they do indeed. Jerry Collins kicking into touch, 5 metre line out. So we can see the Hurricanes are intending to move the ball. Their backs are very, very deep. Will they have a go up front first?
So'oialo fires it back. Ward coming on the charge. Oh boy, that was easy.
Well, easy's an interesting choice of words. It was a planned move, I think, and it caught everybody napping. Let's have a look at it in replay. Caught us as well, obviously. I don't think anybody could believe it was so, well, easily executed. Have a look at this. It was way towards the back, and then So'oialo threw it forward, a pass, and it looked like a little bit of possible obstruction to line out. But have a look at this. Yeah, definitely a planned move. Surprise, surprise.
Well, so simple. And Joe Ward gets on the try-scoring list. David Holwell's first kick of the season, and it's a good one. It's 30 points to 21. And he said, I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
No, he's saying, I am delighted. I'm fizzing. Come on. Look at that. Well, it actually puts them back in the game big time.
Mehrtens with the restart. 13 minutes out. Ball bounces for Haumi. He's going to come blindside. He's got So'oialo with him. Haumi. Collins. Taken by his opposite, Ruben Thorne. Haumi clears it out. Ball knocked down by Alatini and also knocked on by the Crusaders. But I don't think a lot of people knew quite what to expect from the Hurricanes this season. Under a new coach, new captain. But the signs are pretty promising. They've stood their ground here tonight.
Well, they have stood their ground. They've shown good spirit, and they've come back each time, and they show that the ability to split the line. Scores tries whenever you don't expect it, really. Expect the unexpected.
Marshall to Mehrtens. Another charge. Hacked away downfield. Now the chase is on. Who's got the pace? Caleb Ralph will win it. Oh dear. He had an earshot, and Tana Umaga kicked it out. They can see the humour in it.
There's smiles all around, frustrated humour, I would say. But I think generally when you look at it, the edge has been Crusaders. And they've been by no means faultless. They've shown chinks in their armour, in the Crusader armour. Look at that, boom, boom. In fact, I think he did that surely he did that on purpose, didn't he? No, he couldn't have been. But it certainly looked like it.
Greg Feek having a spell for the Crusaders, and Chris King's come on in jersey 17.
It was like the Chinese cut in cricket.
Yeah, I don't know where the Chinese came from. It used to be a French cut.
Oh, that's that guy that plays opening bat in Wellington.
Advantage here for the Crusaders. Marshall, he knows exactly what to do when you're playing an advantage. Just give it a boot.
No, that one you actually clapped yourself. I did, I actually saw it.
Well, Murray hasn't recovered. Chinese cut.
Go on, rub it in, Nisbo.
I wouldn't mind betting our old mate Smithy will be watching this from Johannesburg through Supersport, Mnet. He'll be interested in the Chinese cut. And
Talking of which, that New Zealand cricket team's doing very well over there.
Yeah, if they're watching, all the best. Things going well.
Now firing on and off the field by the sound of things.
Righto, here's Mehrtens. Huge kick this. Oh, it's not a bad one. It is just wide. What a kick that was. So it's a 9-point game. 10 minutes left.
Save of David Holwell. Great exponent of kickoffs. Normally lands them on the spot for those who wish to recover. Let's see if he can do it this time. Yeah, another beaut. Man in front. Oh, tragic. Oh, great attacking platform. Canterbury with that dominant scrum. Centre field attack.
No, crouch and hold only.
Yeah, Luke Andrews. Captured by the camera. So the Hurricanes trying to put the pressure on, not succeeding.
Blindside attack here from the Crusaders. McDonald. Marshall. Away for Jack.
Stay back, stay back.
Now Marshall again for Carter. Marshall gets it back. And that's running interference.
Number 3.
Dave Hewitt has been picked up.
I doubt whether that was intentional, really. Can you imagine a prop running obstruction in the midfield? Would they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they would. I can see Richard Lowe doing that all day long.
Well, I think he's been working with the Crusaders.
That's what I meant, yeah.
But Dave Hewitt, the most versatile prop in the country, because you can put him either side and he'll happily do it at international level.
Back tail gunner, they're okay. No, he's all right.
Tail gunner.
He's not in.
Throw made by Ward. Lineouts have been good from both teams tonight. As Holwell sends it off to Umaga, slips the pass to Collins.
Let it go. No, you're right, sorry.
Held up off the ground, but now he releases. Pops out for Orsby, who's had a strong game. Christian Orsby.
Let it go now.
I think that's one area that has been good for the Hurricanes, their support of the player who's driving.
Holwell has the run, gets to halfway. Left behind for Harmy. So'oialo.
Let it go, get off tackler.
All he could see was the opposition.
Now Alatini. Big defence by the Crusaders. Alatini has to take off and go the other way. Hands it off to Brew. And although they're holding possession, they are going backwards at the moment. The Hurricanes, as Ward finally goes forward. Now they get it away for Holwell. Ormsby again. He's been a hard man to put on the deck.
Yes, he buys time every time he gets it.
Yeah, everything's all right. Now release. Now you got to run.
Reuben Thorne pulling away. Not quite sure whether he was the one who had to release.
Hands out. No.
Long period of play here, but it shows the terrific defence of the Crusaders that they haven't really conceded any ground at all. So'oialo. Just probing away, hoping to find a gap somewhere. Collins drops it on the ground, and that's the end of that possession for the moment. And here's a gap right up the centre, and it's going to be a try.
He's going to go all the way. What a try!
Under the bar goes Daniel Carter.
Well, he's having a great debut, Daniel Carter. I bet he couldn't believe it when he spun around. Well, the Hurricanes putting together 8 phases, and then the kicking away of possession, and Carter picked it up and punished. And he punished. And that really has opened a gap. In fact, that's finished the match 35-21 now. 6 minutes remaining.
Five tries tonight for the Crusaders, and Carter showed just how quick he is. Mehrtens will go through the formalities of converting.
Yes, just when Jerry Collins, we just had a count up from stats, it was actually 10 phases that had Hurricanes. This is the result of it. You've got to take your opportunities in this game of rugby, and Daniel Carter has certainly done that tonight. A charge down and then a magnificent try, individual try from 50 metres straight through the centre. So he shows plenty of speed, plenty of vision.
Well, he was a standout player in the New Zealand under-21 side last year. And he just emphasises the depth down here in Canterbury Rugby. They lose a player like Daryl Gibson. They find a player like Daniel Carter, just like that. Chris Jack with a clean take. Game safely now for the Crusaders. They've had some moments of doubt in the game, but their class has come through in the end. Marshall's been nailed and he's knocked it on. So here's an opportunity for the Hurricanes. Ball thrown wide, but he's got to go back. There was no advantage.
I hadn't called over. No, because once you break out of the maul, there's no longer a maul. Just you three. Okay.
Everybody's trying to work that one out. Once you break out of a maul, then there's no longer a maul. You three. Well, what he's saying, if there's three of them together and there's no opposition, then it is not a maul.
Reinforcements, JP.
Yeah, they're ringing the chasers again. Crusaders, really, I think it's just a case of spelling players now. Feeling pretty comfortable at 38 points to 21. A few of the regulars coming off.
Crouch and hold only. Just waiting. Engage.
Brendan Harmy feeds the scrum. Soialo looks like he wants to pick it. He does. Now Harmy for Holwell, having a run. Holwell lying to lift it up and hold it over the top of the opposition. Soialo. Harmy again. Collins. Offside against the Crusaders. Marsoe battles his way a couple of metres. Advantage is gone. Here's Orsby.
Gee, making the ball available too.
Now Holwell gets it away to Alatini, spreading it wide for Umaga. Well taken by Dave Hewitt. Harmy scoops it out again for Alatini. Now Cullen. Good defence on Cullen.
We haven't seen much of Christian Cullen tonight. He hasn't really had an opportunity.
Here goes Marsoe again. He's got a fair bit of toe, Chris Marsoe. Good sevens player. Here's Nonu, got the first try.
Good phase of play for Wellington.
Orsby again gets rid of a couple. We saw a big effort last night by Glenn Taylor for the Chiefs. And we're seeing Christian Orsby really step up to the mark tonight as well. Here's Harmy, again advantage. Cullen sends the pass wide to Holwell. He lays it back. The advantage is over. Here goes Andrews on the charge.
That's 10 phases Wellington.
And more advantage against 18, who happens to be Bryce Williams. Cullen, he's joined in the ruck.
Well, he's set up a maul. Hasn't normally been his department, setting up the maul, Christian Cullen. Great period of play really for Wellington. Steady yardage, 18 metres out.
Well, they've got the Crusaders on the back foot.
Come back, Red.
Now the ball's there.
Stationary ball, though.
Awkward pass. Holwell sends it wide across to Nonu. And Nonu's going to do it again. No, he's not. They're playing advantage. I thought the goal line was there for him. But the Crusaders conceding 4 penalties in a row. Collins wants to have a go at them. Sets it up again. Pops out. Nicely claimed by Marsoe. Somebody had to get in and do the job.
No. Play advantage.
Another advantage. Boy, this is getting yellow card material, isn't it?
Must come from the back and the side of it.
I think they sniff a try, though. I think the Hurricanes sniff a try here. They're taking their time. 21:37, 1 minute to go. You don't kick the goal, do you?
Call. Scrum.
So they've taken the scrum.
Guys, you've got to come in the side, the back of it.
So they must be backing their scrum to be stable. So Rodney Soialo working a move perhaps from the base.
Sub. 4 gold. Sub.
Ross Kennedy gets a Super 12 debut.
Sub.
And I think JP. I think the Crusaders have probably given everybody a run now. I see some more going out.
Yeah, just about at that stage, I think, Nisbo.
Probably see Don Hayes and Robbie Deans going on next, do you think?
May well do.
No.
Gee, that'll get a great roar from the crowd.
Right, I'm going to blow this for time on, and then we start again. Right. Crouch and hold. Engage.
Whole lot of new faces in the scrum. Here goes So'oialo, puts the foot down, transfers it across, and it's been knocked on by Marsoe. Oh no, hang on. We're going to have a look at this. Greg Watson is going to have a look. Now, did he get it down?
Well, I'm not sure about that, but So'oialo on the short side of the scrum, he's dynamic. Remember the Brumbies last year where he scored? No try.
He never had it under control, did he, at any stage?
I'm out of 2 minute course, must be at least 2 to go.
I think they could say Scott Robertson played a hand in that. Actually, that was a try. Watch the next player. Who forced the ball next? Let's have a look at this, because that's not knocked forward, or is it? You have a look at the next player, and that's gone backwards. So I don't know I don't think that's knocked forward. And did somebody force it now would be the question. We don't have that on replay. I'm sure you'll be asking for that.
Lost forward, in forward by Gold. Scrum 5 metres red. Thank you. Thank you. Lost forward, scrum.
So lost forward. To me, like it went back and bounced forward. However,
engage.
Fair call, I would say, probably at the end of the day.
Might be time for another line out. We just heard 30 seconds remaining, so we'll see whether the Hurricanes can get it quickly in.
Well, they've scored just the 2 tries, so there's no bonus point opportunity here, really. Even with 7, there wouldn't be a bonus point for...
Last throw of the dice as it goes out to Holwell. They're going to spread it wide. Nice hands. Umaga. No, in fact, it's Nonu again. Taken in by Kennedy. Army gets it away offside again, Crusaders.
21 too quick. 21 too quick.
So it's not over yet.
But purely academic, really.
So'oialo. Back for Fairbrother. Rolls a couple of metres. Now Harmy. Collins just held on and no more. Now So'oialo fighting his way towards the line.
Stay back, stay back, stay back.
Army takes it out. Cullen to Penn. Wasn't really in a great position to take that pass. Army, he goes sniping on the blind side.
He was looking for it, wasn't he?
Giving it everything in the last couple of minutes here. The Hurricanes is Kennedy again, striving to get across the line. Holwell sends it wide for Alatini. He's well and truly held up. Now this could be the end of it if they can keep it up off the ground.
I think those big boys in red will want to keep it up, and they look like they've got it under control to me.
I would say so.
Oops, so that's the deck now. Where is it? That's all over.
It's gone down, we had them all.
That'll be
Turnover.
It. Game over. And the Crusaders, the defending champions, have opened their campaign in 2003. It wasn't always convincing, but they've done the job, and they've picked up the bonus point in putting away the Hurricanes here tonight by 37-21.
Deserved victory to the champions, the reigning champions, of course, the Crusaders. Not exactly clinical by their standards, but very competent, always really in control. In the end, they ended up winning the game with territory advantage and certainly points on the board. The Hurricanes, well, they came, they had a bit of a go, they scored a couple of lively tries, they lit up the crowd a couple of times. But at the end of the day, the Crusaders were just that much stronger, that much tighter, and that much better organised.
5 tries to 2 in the finish. Daniel Carter got a couple in the second half for the Crusaders. Caleb Ralph, Aaron Major and Marika Vunenbacher. The rest of the points were kicked by Andrew Mehrtens The Hurricanes scored a couple of tries. Nonu and Joe Ward, and Ricky Flutie and David Holwell added the extra points. It was